Okay, so the first shape is a translation by the vector 4, -3. So I'm going to show you a method which works for all shapes. The first question is quite easy because you're just moving the rectangle 4 units to the right and 3 units down. But watch the method which I use for this because it's going to be useful for later questions, especially if you have shapes which are a little bit more trickier to draw. And also the fact that this method extends into the other translations that we're going to look at, or transformations that we'll look at later. So the first thing you want to do is pick a vertex on this rectangle. So in this case, I'm just going to pick the bottom right, and then we are going to do the translation. So 4 units to the right, and then we're going to go 3 units down. Now that vertex here has ended up down there, and then you just pick another vertex. So in this case, I'm going to pick the one at the top left. So I'm going to go 4 units to the right, 3 units down. So I can again see that that vertex ends up down there. Now, because it is such a straightforward shape, you can just fill in the rest straight away without having to show much other working out. And you can see you end up with your rectangle as it is, and there's your transformed shape. Okay, example 2. Follow along. Translate the shape by vector 4, 3. So we are going to pick a vertex again. So I'm going to pick the bottom, start there, and I'm going to go 4. Your x is 4, always on top, and 3 units. Now it's positive 3, so that means we're going to go 3 units up. So our vertex down here ends up there. Now again, if you're confident with this, you can probably fill in the rest of the shape just from there, because the shape doesn't change size. Those are different transformations which we'll look at later. So in this case, it's just going to be, you can see if you just follow along, it's going to be, as you draw the shape, 3 units up, 3 units along, and then just join together as a line, and you can see there's your answer. So example 3, this time we've got a little Z shape, and it looks like a Tetris block. Your X value is 0 and your Y value is -3, so you're going to move 0 units left and right. In other words, it's not going to move left or right, and 3 units down. So again, just pick a vertex. This is the nice corner to pick is the bottom right, and you're just going to go 3 units down. So in this case, that vertex there ends up down there, and we can again just fill out the rest of the shape just using your eye, and you can see here's your transformation, and we can see there's our final answer. Right, so the next example is a question which is in reverse. So again, the method is really helpful here to show when you're doing a question like this. Describe the transformation. Well, we can see it's just been moved left, right, up and down. It's not bigger, it's not smaller, it hasn't been reflected, or there's no other type of transformation happening. So in this case, pick a vertex, and I'm going to pick the bottom right again, and we need to get to the bottom right of shape A. So remember, this is very important to get the order correct. We're going from A to B, not from B to A. So in this case, we start from A, and we have 2 options. We can either go left, right first, or up, down, right, up, down first. So I'm going to go down first and left. The other option I had was to go left first and then down, but I've decided to go down first. Now in this case, you can see that your X value is your left and right shift. So you can see you've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the left. So it's going to be -5, and you've moved 3 units down, so it's going to be -3. Now, it might make more sense in a question like this to actually go left, right first and then down. Either way, you will get the same answer. You get -5, -3. Be careful not to draw the line in between the 5 and the 3. It's not a fraction, it's a vector, and it's a displacement. So there's your answer for this question. And look at the next example here. Translate the shape by the vector -5, 4. So again, same as before, we are going to pick a vertex. So I'm going to start from the top this time, and we are going to move 5 units to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that vertex ends up there. And then you can fill out the rest just by looking at it by eye, 1 down and 2 across, and we can fill out our shape. Now it's important to show those lines and the working out as part of the example. The rest of the examples are going to be fairly similar, so you can skim through them, but you've got the main idea of translations of shapes, which is perhaps the easiest of all of the transformations.